Funny thing happened to me the other day. I got out of the shower and I was brushing my hair, as I always do. And there it was, my first gray hair. It kind of caught me off guard, the same way it does when you notice a new mole or a sunspot. It took me a second to process that I'm 35 and gray hair is absolutely normal. And it's not just my gray hair. I've been noticing fine lines around my eyes, sunspots marking their territory, and my chubby cheeks sinking into my cheekbones. These signs of aging would have bothered me so much even just a couple of years ago, but I've come a long way since that version of me, because I feel like I like the person that I'm becoming. I'm realizing that this fear of aging and most of my insecurities weren't even mine to begin with. We will all get gray hair, wrinkles, sagging at some point in our lives, if we're lucky enough to go through the aging process. But it's so weird that we're made to feel like we need to cover it up, fix the situation, because it doesn't fit society's idea of beauty and youth. Well, I don't see beauty the same way anymore. And ever since deciding to live with my insecurities and just enjoy the transformation, I've never felt more at peace.
If you guys know anything about the Korean beauty standard, you know it's just impossible to meet it. I feel like I can't keep up with it anymore. There's something new every single week. I guess the last time I checked, it was all about having very fair skin, glass skin, having shiny hair, 90-degree shoulders, double eyelids, V-shaped jawline, must always be very thin, and always must look youthful. And I don't know anybody who can meet that standard naturally. In Korean society, I feel like pretty privilege is such a big thing, and there is a huge discrimination against how you look. Of course, in the US and other places in the world as well, but in Korea, it's just a little more extreme. It can determine anything from what kind of job you're gonna get to what kind of partner you'll end up with. And so I understand that your appearance is not just a superficial thing, but it can really determine a lot about your quality of life. And so really there's no surprise that Korea is really well known for its procedures to meet these beauty standards. I don't know if you see the connection there, but yeah, it's not just for Koreans. I mean, we're very well known now. A lot of foreigners go to Korea to get these cosmetic procedures done. And there's everything from makeup to lasers, fillers, Botox, cosmetic procedures. I feel like you can get pretty close to that beauty standard that you're looking for. But I always wondered, once you get that job, once you get the promotion and the partner and everything that comes with pretty privilege, then what? Will we finally be happy to look at ourselves in the mirror? All of my life, I've been judged against the Korean beauty standard, and I gotta be honest, it really messed my self-esteem. I remember one time I was visiting my parents in Korea and I went into a clinic and they sat there and listed about 100 different things that was wrong with me. I remember leaving the clinic that day feeling like there was something massively wrong with me and that I just could not be myself. Now, as a 35-year-old woman, I think back to that moment a lot and I think, so what? You know, we all have imperfections and I know that I have my quote-unquote flaws, but my flaws are not offensive to anyone. It doesn't bother me, then it really shouldn't bother anybody else. I know now that the cost of really morphing yourself into something you're not is far greater than meeting any kind of beauty standard. Also, when did it become offensive to show signs of aging? Aging can be a really scary thing if you are just focused on what you look like. You know, if you're chasing that youthful beauty, of course that's gonna fade with age. But there's just so much more that comes with it. For the first time in my life, I feel like I am finally confident in my own skin, and that confidence really seeps through in everything that I do. I love the work that I do. I love the people in my life. I get to dress however I want. I can cut my hair. I can dye my grays. I don't have to. Really, I have so much freedom in being myself. And there's no way that I would trade what I have now, the person that I'm becoming, for any kind of youthful beauty that I had in my 20s.
If you're on social media or just even watch mainstream media, it might seem like everyone is doing some kind of preventative anti-aging procedure or beauty treatments these days. But I just want to say how not normal that is. I know it can be very tempting when you look at yourself in the mirror one day and you see a lot of gray hair, crow's feet starting to form, sunspots, lines in different places, whatever it is. But I want to remind you that there's nothing wrong with any of it. What is actually wrong is our perception of beauty because of how it's sold to us. This results in so many of us contemplating tweaking our faces and quote unquote fixing ourselves to fit the impossible standard. It makes us admire the ageless faces without questioning what it really costs and what it really looks like behind the filter. It erases our individuality, our story, our humanness, and we are the ones paying for it. We can't change that we live in a superficial world where beauty still gives you an advantage, but chasing this version of beauty is a losing game. The moment that you meet one standard, another one will appear, another way for us to consume with our time, money, and energy. And what is the point of looking a certain way for external approval if you are constantly unhappy to look at yourself in the mirror? Or worse, if you can't recognize the person who is staring back at you. It's your face, your choice, but just think about what it means to be beautiful to you. I think defining beauty for yourself is the only way to step off this beauty consumerism trap. There's this Japanese art called kintsugi. It's the practice of repairing broken pottery by mending the cracks with lacquer mixed with powdered gold. Instead of throwing it away or hiding the damage, it's a way of honoring it. In fact, the cracks become part of the beauty and what makes the pottery one of a kind. As a Korean American woman, I don't fully fit into the beauty standards of either the East or the West. And I'm not being self-deprecating. I know what I look like, and I'm at peace with it. And in a world that constantly demands perfection, I realize that accepting my flaws and accepting my own beauty has become the deepest form of self-love. And I love my rituals, my morning skincare routine, a touch of eyeshadow. I feel incredible when I'm having a good hair day and I'm wearing my favorite outfits. But more than that, I'm learning to love the person underneath it all, even without any of it.